Secondary characters are often just backdrops for the main characters, but not in the case of player number 199 from the first season of the Squid Game. Why did this Pakistani immigrant named Ali Abdul become so beloved by viewers after just a few episodes? And why, out of 455 players who died, is his death the most heartbreaking? In this video, we will try to answer all these questions and also discuss an interesting theory about the meaning of player numbers. And this will make you look at Ali from a completely different side. The 199th, like Sae-byuk for example, ended up in the game not because of his own stupidity and incompetence, like the same Ki-hoon, not because of huge debts to banks like Sang-woo or to bandits. He decided to take part in the tests in order to have a good future for his family, his wife, and one-year-old son. In an attempt to earn money, he had previously moved to South Korea from Pakistan. We were not shown how exactly Ali Abdul got into the Squid Game. Probably like everyone else, he met a recruiter and received a business card. We first see Ali before the start of the first game. He, the only one of the crowd of players, decided to ask the organizers what games they would be playing instead of being indignant. And this question is asked on behalf of the audience, and at the same time it demonstrates Ali's naivety. In the game, Slow and Steady wins the race. Player 199 immediately shows himself as a positive character. We immediately see courage and kindness in him. He unexpectedly saves Ji-hoon's life, holding him with one hand from falling, which could have led to death. His concentrated face at this moment shows fortitude and determination. It is as if Ali at one moment realized the difficulty of the upcoming tests, and he immediately shows his generosity, risking his life to help a stranger. Ali then meets and becomes close to Gi-hoon and his childhood friend, Sang-woo. During the vote, Ali cast his vote to quit the game. He immediately realized how dangerous the games were and was willing to get out, even without winning. By fate, Ali was paired with Sang-woo when they were dropped off in downtown Seoul after the game was temporarily suspended. In Ali's overly grateful response to calling home and helping him with his travel expenses, 218 immediately recognized the kind and naive person in Ali. Sun-woo realized that Ali was not the type to take and not give. So during the game, he tried to get closer to him, showing the latter his benevolent attitude in every possible way. And of course, Sun-woo bet that the extremely honest Ali would definitely repay the debt. And not someday, but when 218th needed it. And when Ali returned to his work, we are shown that he is missing 2 fingers on his left hand. We have no details, but perhaps this is an industrial injury. Here, Ali made up his mind and demanded that his boss pay him back wages for 6 months, but was rudely refused. Seeing that the boss still had money, the Pakistani started a fight with him, in which the boss accidentally lost fingers on his hand and dropped a wad of money. Ali, without thinking twice, grabs the money and runs away. Here we see that Ali is not always completely innocent. At the right moment, he can act decisively and even aggressively. Ali gave the money to his wife and told her to go home immediately and he would come later. This was their last conversation. Returning to the game, Ali was genuinely happy that his 2 new friends had returned, even though he saw that Gi-hong had voted against them. His friends invited him to join their team, which Ali considered a great honor. In the game Sugar Honeycomb, Ali chose the circle. He thought that this figure would bring him luck. Here he was guided not by logic, as in Sang-woo, but more by his emotions. Intuition helped him, and he passed the test. But Ali risked much more than others because he absolutely did not know Korean children's games. Even Kong Sae-byuk, who came from the DPRK, when she found out that the guards were making sugar syrup, did not understand what game they were talking about. And Sang-woo, knowing this game from childhood, guessed that it was necessary to choose a triangle, but did not tell anyone about it. During the night fight that Jang Dong-soo had arranged, Ali showed himself to be a real fighter and saved Gi-hoon again. He, feeling like a member of the team, became a real support for his friends. The fight finally united Gi-hoon's team, and they got to know each other even better, finally revealing their names. By the way, Ali was not the only Pakistani in the game. Besides him, there is another Pakistani migrant, player 276. Ali invited him to join Ki-hoon's team before the tug-of-war game. Player 276 was later killed when he lost the marble game. His name remained unknown to history. After the tug-of-war, Ali showed a rather unusual emotion for a kind and simple-minded person in a conversation with Han Min-yo. He unpleasantly mimicked Min-yo, for which she immediately shamed him. It seems that Ali, having acquired a reliable rear in the person of friends, showed some of his hidden character traits which he tried not to show before. Maybe Ali is not who he seems at first glance, and there is something that he hides under the mask of a naive good guy. In the marble game, Sun Woo himself invited Ali to his team. He knew for sure that the strong and meek Ali would be a great helper for him, and therefore he was very upset when he realized that they would play against each other. Although Ali did not know the game, his intuition helped him again, and he beat Sang-woo. But in the end, 199 became a victim of deception. Sang-woo openly betrayed Ali and stole the victory from him. Trust in Sang-woo played its cruel joke. According to the rules of the game, Ali must be killed, but we do not see his death, it remains off-screen, as in the case of 001. And although in the next episode, Ali is shown lying in a coffin, there is still a tiny chance for his resurrection. And now you'll understand where I'm going with this, because this is the perfect time to voice a theory about player numbers that's currently being actively discussed on the internet. There's an assumption that if a player's number from the first season has a 1 in it, then that character is negative. And the level of his negativity depends on the number of 1s in the number. For example, 001 Il-nam is clearly a negative character, but with some positive qualities. 218 Sang-woo is a combination of positive and negative qualities. 101 Deok-soo is more negative. There is almost no positive in him, but he is a rather charismatic character. And 111 Byung-ki, better known as a doctor, is almost evil incarnate. Of course, all this can be called a coincidence, but there is a nuance. For example, Gi-hoon, a completely positive character, has no 1 in his number. But in the game in the balloon, he did something mean to Il-nam, and at that moment he was wearing a jacket with the number 001, that is 1 unit of negativity still crept into his character at that moment. Or the opposite example, Han Min-yo acts under the number 212 throughout the game. That is, there is something negative in her, of course, but in the game Glass Bridge, she does something positive. She doesn't just die. Firstly, Min-yo saves everyone from the dangerous and unbalanced Deok-soo. And secondly, she tests one of the glass tiles of the bridge with her body, which brings everyone else 1 step closer to victory. And for some reason, it is in this game that the 1 in the heroine's number disappears. Here's a frame where we see that her number 212 has changed to 202. But Ali Abdul, as we know, also has a 1 in his number because his number is 199, and therefore we can assume that Ali is really not such a naive, good-natured person. And our example with Ali's strange grimace indirectly confirms this theory, but again, this is just one of the versions that I found on the internet. The authors of this theory hope that the scriptwriters can resurrect Ali, for example, in the 3rd season and make him a villain. But I have a hard time believing that. I only know that Ali can't part with his suit, even in other films. In the comments, be sure to write what other characters you would like to analyze and discuss. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.